Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over a team that we made for the KBL Kanto Cup. It's going to be Hypno in the front with double ice waters in the back, and the basic premise is if you have a winning matchup, obviously stay in with Hypno. If you have a losing matchup, come in with Dewgong is going to be your safe swap because you can start getting those icy wins going and really start rolling with Dewgong. And then it's going to be with a finisher of Lapras. So there's only going to be 4 games here. I only played 4, only had enough time for that. So obviously Mew here in the beginning, in the lead is very bad. So we're going to switch into our Dewgong, and like I said, we're just going to start trying to get these icy winds rolling. Now they do throw a Wild Charge, and we knew that they probably are running Surf Wild Charge. I assume that's what every Mew is going to be running with Shadow Claw as well. And they do end up bringing in their Dewgong, so this is actually quite bad for me. I don't really know what I want to do in this matchup. I'm just going to start going up to 2 icy wins every time so that I can eventually switch maybe into the Hypno, get an energy advantage, and maybe throw a Shadow Ball at Mew. That could be something we try to do. Also, something we could do is maybe come in with Lapras. It would be a little weird to show Lapras at this point, but it might be safer than coming in with Hypno, because obviously Hypno is going to be taking super effective damage from the Shadow Claws on Mew. And this is a incredible matchup. You're going to probably see a lot of these Icemon a lot. Lapras and Dewgong going to be in the league, in the Kanto higher-ups for sure. And in the Dewgong mirror or the Dewgong versus Lapras match, it's just atrociously atrociously horrid on the time. And I'm pretty sure we actually end up timing out of this match, if I'm remembering correctly. So I feel like at this point we probably should switch into Hypno after this Icy Wind. Maybe? It's actually a Water Pulse. Oh, we should have switched. Oh, and we do end up switching to Lapras. So this is, like I said, maybe this is a weird choice, but it also might be the only choice, because maybe we have to get a little bit of a lead here on Lapras. They come in with their own Hypno, so our teams are actually pretty close. Instead of a Dewgong, they have a Mew, so they're going with double Psychic types. Do we think they're running Thunder Punch? So we do end up shielding. They are running Thunder Punch. A little interesting. I would think Fire Punch and Shadow Ball would be the movesets, but I don't know what they're trying to do here. So I don't know their plan and all that. And I was trying to switch to Hypno, you saw that, and then I ended up hitting the move very late. We actually had a chance to win this game if I were able to switch into the Hypno right there. Unfortunately, we were not able to, and that's just something I can take away. I end up seeing the timer come up here, which sucks because we're not actually going to have enough time to throw 2 moves. So I'm going to just throw the Shadow Ball here, hope they think we're baiting, but I know they see the timer as well. So they're going to shield this, and it's going to be GG. All right, game 2 is against Valor Ash. So we're going to be using the same team every time. I know a lot of people in KBL just throw out a bunch of different teams so that they can practice. Maybe I can ask someone if I can get their matches and show you how some of them did. That would be interesting. All right, Lapras. So not the best matchup for us with our Hypno because we do not have Thunder Punch, but it's okay. We have a Shadow Ball, and I'm actually going to wait for them to use the Skull Bash. I'm going to shield this, because if they use Skull Bash, they're highly unlikely to start shielding, and then I can start just going for Shadow Balls here. And if one lands, I'm pretty sure I can go for a Fire Punch and a Farm Down, since Fire Punch is neutral because of the ice typing that Lapras has. They do get a Surf off here. It's 100% a Surf. It takes 8 Ice Shards to get to Skull Bash and only 4 to get to Surf, and they only got 4 in there. They do sneak 1 in, but it's not going to matter unless they shield, but I really doubt they will. Like I said, once they get that boost, they're very unlikely to shield. Now, I'm going to want to save the Hypno for something in the back, so I'm probably going to switch to Seal here, Dewgong here instantly. Yeah, and I think about going for... Well, I'm honestly never going for the Water Pulse here, but I'm going to go up to the Water Pulse so that they think about shielding, because we really need to start hitting these shields. But I'm highly unlikely to throw any Water Pulses. I'm going to go up to Water Pulse every time here. We're not too afraid now that they've been nerfed. Shadow Bone's only going to do about 35%? Oh, not even that. Maybe like 25, 30. So we go up to another Water Pulse here. They're highly likely to shield this one. They do end up shielding. That's great for us. I'm going to go straight for one here. This is not going to KO us. So I may go for the Water Pulse. Oh, nope. They come in with the Dragon type. It's probably Dragonair. I think Dragonair will be really good in this cup. It's going to be good against everything except for the Ice and the Charmers, obviously. But without a Zoomerl in the meta, it's going to be really... It's going to have a lot better matchups in the overall meta. But we do have an Ice type in the back, and obviously this is GG's. I'm going to farm up to 2 Surfs, or I'm just going to farm this down and then Surf the Alolan Marowak. It doesn't have any energy because it just threw a Shadow Bone. So GG's right there to Valarash. And we'll get on to game 3. Remember, I only did 4 games here, so this is against FP Sticks. I think he was also trying out a bunch of different teams. I'm not quite sure. Alright. Hypno into Mew. So I think we're actually going to see this a lot, which might make this team comp not very viable, because Mew is obviously very good against our team. You have to shield when you bring in Dewgong, because it can be, well, it's almost always going to be a wild charge and then a swap. And then they come in with Lapras, and this sucks a lot. This matchup's obviously not very good. One thing we can bank on, though, is that we have about 15 seconds worth of a switch timer on our opponent here. So we can always switch into this Hypno when we come into it. Probably not shielding this Skull Bash. Yep. And then we'll go ahead and switch. We banked an Icy Wind for later. Almost have a Water Pulse too if they end up having a Pokemon that is Water Pulseable. We probably need to shield. Oh, we did not shield that. Okay, we called the bait. They definitely had enough for a Skull Bash, so good call there. They do end up switching back into Mew here for sure. I have to go. You notice they're not attacking. I think he messaged me after the game and was saying that he was lagging. If this was a Sylph tournament, we definitely would redo this match. Obviously, there's some sort of lag happening on his side. We didn't see... I'm pretty sure we didn't get any lag on our side, so yeah. We end up switching onto the Wild Charge if he had it, but he ends up throwing the Surf. We do get the Icy Wind off, and this is pretty GG's. Even though he has 2 shields, we're probably getting one here. Oh, no, he only has 1 shield left. So we're probably going to be able to Icy Wind this next Mon that comes out. Oh, it's a Lapras. So I try to go for a Water Pulse for some reason. It's whatever. Not going to shield here. Probably going to come in with our own Lapras, try to farm all the way down. They do have the defense buff, but I'm not too worried. Even if they throw a Skull Bash, I probably won't shield, just in case they have an Electric or Firemon in the back. And if it is something like Victory Bell in the back, that's fine. We still have a little bit of health on our Hypno, and it does end up being a Alolan Muk, which Alolan Muk is obviously going to be very good in this cup. Probably the best safe swap in the cup, because once it gains a little bit of energy on Snarl, it actually flips a ton of matchups. And it beats Hypno, which is PvPoke says is the best Pokemon in this cup by the numbers. So yeah, we're going to just farm this down, and that's GG's. Asterisk on that game, though. Our opponent lagged, obviously. I don't know if it would have changed anything, but it could have. All right, last game here against DJ Uns, maybe? DJ Uns on the 1s and 2s. Okay, yeah. Like I said, Alolan Muk countering Hypno there. Definitely coming in with our Dewgong here. I decide not to shield this, and I think this is going to come back to bite me. It is a Sludge Wave, does a ton of damage to me. I'm super low now. I'm really reluctant to throw this move because I know they're just going to try to switch out afterwards. So I do gain a little bit of energy after, and yeah, if they actually end up staying in. So if they want to keep this alive, they will have to shield it. And if they shield it, I'm probably going to try to farm it down with a shield on myself here. I think they're 2 Snarls away from another Dark Pulse, maybe 3. 1, 2, yeah, double shield, rip. A little unfortunate, probably shouldn't have shielded that one too. Could have come in with Lapras and farmed down. They do come in with a Marowak here. And I'm going to get this Water Pulse off. They're almost never going to shield here. That's fine. And probably coming with Lapras. Oh, we don't have any shields. I was like, probably don't shield this. Yeah, we really this shield deficit here at the end is really bad for us. And I decided to come in with Hypno here to get a little bit of energy advantage onto my Lapras and onto my Hypno. And I didn't think he was going to get to that Bone Club that soon. And yeah, this Wigglytuff is going to Charm down before we get to another Fire Punch. And he has a shield, so even though we have a little bit of energy advantage here on Lapras, we're never going to... I don't think we're going to make it to 2 surfs. He's done, what, 5? So he needs 4 more to... Oh, maybe miscounted there. I think it's 8 charms to a play rough. Maybe it's 9. I don't know. But yeah, Wigglytuff, another Pokemon we're going to see a lot of. Also Snorlax. So we didn't see any Snorlax here in these games, but there's going to be the Pokemon to really look out for. Alolan Marowak, Hypno, Dewgong, Lapras, Alolan Muk, Snorlax, Wigglytuff, and probably Dragonair. So those are my picks for what I think we're going to see a lot of in this cup. And I think this team's pretty good. There are some problems, obviously. I know a lot of people are going to be running Mew if they have it under 1500. And I know a lot of people are going to be running those ice types, and getting into the mirror can be really bad, especially if you're already down because of the timer play there. All right, so GG's to all my opponents, and yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one. Hopefully we get a little bit more Kanto Cup in. I don't know how much Little Cup I'm going to do. I played 1 set today. It took a long time to get through that set, and you know, I'm not looking for long games here. Maybe take a little bit of a break before Kanto Cup. Try to revise my team. Maybe come up with another team for y'all. Actually, while we're here, I think that another good team would be a combination of Hypno and Snorlax. I don't know what that third could be, but a safe swap Snorlax, and then whatever opposes, like whatever hits the opposite things that Hypno hits. So usually that's a fighter or a dark type, so you know we love Scrafty. No dark types really in this cup. I mean, I guess Alolan Marowak, but I don't... Maybe Hypno, Alolan Marowak, and Snorlax. We'll try that one. We'll try that one out. Maybe get back to y'all on that one. All right, this video is going way too long. I'll see y'all in the next one.